What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk here, back again for another Toronto Maple Leafs game day preview. This time it's a Hockey Night in Canada Saturday night battle of rivals, of the past, not so much as of late, but I'd love to see the rivalry continue. The Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Montreal Canadiens. Now, as you're going to see on the graphic on the screen, it says Freddie Andersen as the probable starter. He did not travel to Montreal. The graphic just isn't working. It isn't correct. Jack Campbell's probably going to get back-to-back starts. I think they're going to try to let him go the back-to-back nights. I don't think they want to go to Hutchinson against Montreal. But we'll have to see. Again, I filmed these videos the day before, so if he does get the nod, I will update it, and I'm sure you guys will know, as most Leaf fans are on the ball. The record's also 29, 19, and 7, so that's incorrect. The Montreal Canadiens come into this one, I believe, at 25, 23, and 7. Of course, this is Saturday, February 8th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I do love these games on Hockey Night in Canada. It's always a really good time, and especially in Montreal, the crowd's always really good, so you always love playing the Habs. So, of course, the stats aren't available for what Jack Campbell's coming into this game as, but last night we can say that he played pretty well. He stopped a lot of really good shots. That Ducks team is not a very good team. They don't score a lot, but they found ways to score. As there was some poor defensive coverage again by the Leafs defense in the third period. They almost blew that game away twice. Technically 3 times if you count the fact that they almost just generally lost the game. But he played pretty decent. He gave up 4 goals, but I think he made a lot of really timely saves. And the last goal that they had on him, like the last 2 goals, were just kind of poor defensive coverage and luck. And again, that's no disrespect to the Ducks. Carey Price comes into this one 23, 18, and 4 with 3 shutouts, 2.73 goals against, and a 912 save percentage. Carey Price has had some rough moments this season, but the way his numbers look right now, I'm sure that if Montreal had a better structured team, those numbers would go up. I think there's been times this year when he's been wrongfully blamed of poor play. His contract is pretty big, so I'm sure some Habs fans are on him quite a bit, but I think that he's still Carey Price. He's still really talented, and I'm sure he'll continue to stay as Carey Price even as his contract moves on. Towards the end of it, it might be tricky. But for right now, he's still Carey Price. In terms of points, Matthews and all these numbers won't be updated because I believe Marner has 42 assists, and Matthews should have around 65 or 66 points. So he leads the Leafs. Tatar leads the Habs with 51. Marner, I believe, has 42 assists now in the season, whereas Tatar probably still has 31. Matthews now has 40 goals on the year. Tatar has 20, so Matthews is currently, at the time I'm recording this, leading the league in goals. He's on a really good pace for 60 goals. I'm thinking he can get to 55. I really do believe so, and I think Marner's going to have a really big point total by the end of the season as well. And William Nylander didn't play last night, so we'll have to see if he's going to be into this one again. Like I said, I filmed the day before, so I'm not too positive whether or not he is going to be in this game. He was ill. Now, Freddie Andersen still leads the team in wins with 24. Carey Price leads with 23, so they're pretty neck and neck there. In terms of team stats, goals per game, the Leafs are still at 3.57. And again, some of these numbers will be a little bit skewed because Sportsnet doesn't update it that quick. Most sites don't. The Montreal Canadiens, 3.05 goals per game, so advantage the Leafs. Goals against per game, 3.28 for the Leafs, 3.07 for the Habs. They have a pretty decent blue line. We'll have to see if Petrie gets traded, but they lead in that category. Power play percentage, 25.17%. The Habs are at 19.86%, so the Leafs take the advantage there. Penalty kill percentage, 77.33% for the Leafs. Montreal at 78.92%. So the Habs take a slight advantage there as well. And again, like I said, mentioned it before in this video, a couple of these numbers will be a little bit skewed because of last night's game will affect these numbers going forward. But you have to build off of that overtime win. And looking at the last matchups for the Leafs and Habs, the Leafs have won 2, the Habs have won 2. So their last 4 decisions dating back obviously to last year, they're tied at 2 in terms of that. But I don't think that it's that big of a deal. But this year, the Leafs are obviously the better team, but they need to continue to win. Teams around them are doing quite well. We see Columbus, who wasn't supposed to even be that good this year. They're in the hunt too. They're on a 10-game point streak at the time I'm recording this. Florida's been playing really well. They beat the Leafs in a really huge game. They actually play Pittsburgh at the exact same time, so you got to hope Pittsburgh can get a victory there against the Panthers. But man, it's going to be fun. We're going towards the NHL trade deadline and the end of the season, of course, and this is where things start to get interesting. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Join the squad. Let's get to 7,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys as always, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.